What's good, YouTube? So today we got another video for y'all. This time it's a tutorial, and this time it's on my brother. So this is like a 2.0 video on my brother. I've already cut him before, as y'all seen in a previous video, but this time he's getting a burst fade, and this time he's getting like half an inch off the top. I really liked how this cut came out, which is why I wanted to get it out this week. Also today we're in the barber college. I'm in the classroom. I figured I'd get some work done here while, you know, I have some free off time. Not the usual setup, but you know, had to make do. I did a small design on him on his left side, so y'all get to see that. But like I said, back to weekly content, back to weekly uploads. Y'all know how it is, but let's get into this video. Alright, so what I'm gonna start out with right here is the 3 guard. What I'm doing is just debulking with it open. I kind of want to leave some of that bulk on the sides just because, you know, he is getting that kind of like burst fade look. So I still kind of want to leave some of that bulk just in case I need it towards the end. I'll start off with my first guideline with the trimmer, and I'll usually have it turned upside down with the teeth facing upwards, and it all's in a like a burst, like a circular shape. And what I was showing you guys right there was kind of just using the corners of the trimmers, and then I'll come by with my shavers, really make that fade pop out. But so right here I'm using my ergos, and I'm coming with the lever open, and I'm starting out maybe about like a half an inch. I really wanted to kind of keep that transition as smooth as possible. And towards the back, I'll kind of round it out a little bit more, just because I wanted to give that contrast. And right here I'm coming with my 1 guard open. So you'll start to see how I'm using it is that I'm creating guidelines, and those guidelines are going to be taken out when I come back downwards. So I'll put my guidelines going up and then take them out coming down. And right here I'm using my 2 guard open. So what I had started with was the lever open, 1 guard open, and now the 2 guard open. And just creating those guidelines for myself and creating a map for me to follow. With the burst fades especially, it can be really easy for you to like kind of forget where you're going and kind of lose yourself. So it's good to have those steps. Right here I'm using the clipper over comb technique. I really love this because it allows me to keep that bulk on top while also being able to detail and get into crevices that I usually can't get into with just the guard. And now, like I said, I'm coming back down. So after the clipper over comb, I hopped into my 1.5, and with my 1.5, I'll start with it open and gradually kind of just go to middle to it fully closed. I like using that technique because it allows me to kind of see the transition of the fade and see how much I'm cutting. I'll make the mistake sometimes of kind of definitely detailing a lot more than I should, but you know, I still have to work on that. I want to kind of come out of, you know, detailing during the cut, but instead I want to detail like at the end. So right now I'm coming back with my 1 guard open, just making sure that top line is kind of faded out already. And then with the 1 guard open, I'll transition to it halfway closed. Really trying to take out that line that middle line that y'all see right there, which is what I made with the one guard open. It's a lot of corners, so you'll see me tilt my clipper to the side, and it really helps with fading it properly. And right here I'm using my half guard. I have it fully opened, and as you'll see throughout, I'll close it halfway and then reopen it, just because I want to make sure that I'm not going farther than I'm supposed to. So I'll open it halfway and then close. And also, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment any thoughts you'll have. Right here, I'm taking my trimmer and kind of just bringing that line that I initially started off with, and just bringing it up a little bit. I learned early on, well, not early on, but like I learned that whatever you put your line in with is what you take it out with. So since I started with the trimmer, I'll take it out with the trimmer. Here I'm using my open, and I'm kind of switching like I do usually. Switch from it open to it closed. So taking out that line, closed, and then I'll switch to it midway and then all the way open. And here I'm coming back with the 2 guard. I'm kind of just detailing a little bit, trying to figure out the little details in the fade. And then right here is where I started my design on his left side. I kind of had a photo for reference, but I kind of just freestyled it a little bit. He gives me freedom to do kind of whatever I want to do, so I'll mess around and just do whatever on his hair. I'll just like I'll mess with him, and I'll just tell him that it'll come out clean, which it usually does. It usually does. He never comes out dissatisfied. And when doing a design, you really want to make sure that you, once again, use the corners of your blade and use it kind of like you would a pencil. What you're doing is literally drawing something on someone's head. So it gets a little complicated. Right here, I started cutting the top of his hair, and I started with the middle section guideline, and I'm taking off about 1/2 inch. He did ask a little bit later, you won't see, but I did end up taking off a little bit more. I'll put it over to the right side first, so that guideline from the middle kind of helps me track my progress. And I keep everything 90 degrees off from the head. So everything that I cut 90 degrees. And since his hair is really straight, I cut it horizontal, but I ended up going back and adding a little bit of texture because his hair is really, really straight. With curly hair, you won't see as much all the mistakes you make with shears, but with straight hair, you most definitely will. So if you leave a patch and one hair is like longer than the other, you'll definitely tell. In straight hair, you will most definitely tell. This side right here, the same thing. I'm just evening out the top, making sure everything's even, taking off a 1/2 inch all the way around.
This is love, nigga, we in this bitch. Let's ride!
But like y'all saw before, the after, he was looking a little bit rough, but he came back coming in clean. The design came out amazing. I think this is one of the best designs I've done. A little freestyle design on the left side. Kept the fade nice and compressed. Super clean. Textured out the top. Used a little bit of texturing powder too. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think of the video. I'll have another video for y'all next week. I'm not too sure what I want to do, but I'll let y'all know. Weekly updates, weekly videos, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.